The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time has to be one of the greatest games ever made. I have begun to find a new love for it with doing randomizers and, I don't know, maybe even a speedrun in the future, but I did ask myself a question. Can I beat the game as young Link only? That's right, I want to do it without ever becoming adult Link. Now, I don't know if this is possible. I've seen a couple people do it. I've seen videos of it. I think it would be really fun to try. I've seen some people do it. I've seen other videos of it, but can I do it? Well, I'm gonna find out. This is the Ship of Harkinian port. A few things are different here, such as young Link can use the hookshot. We can turn on static explosion radius and actually hover off of boom shoes a little easier. The point of this is not to recreate a video that other people have seen. It is more to showcase the experience of playing this game on Ship of Harkinian. It's amazing. I think it's the best way to play. There's a lot of things that it does to fix quality of life issues, and there are benefits to playing in the vanilla game that I like more, but I really wanted to showcase Ship. So without further ado,
let's beat this game as young Link.
So we start our journey in a pretty normal fashion, but we're not going to be here long. After we get the sword and the shield, we head to the Lost Woods to Navi Dive out of here. Such a fun, easy glitch. If you want to try it out, check out my tutorial video. First, I think it's a good idea to head to Kakoriko Village and get a couple necessities, heart piece, bottle, some bugs. It'll help us do the Ocarina glitch, which is gonna come in clutch. Oh yeah, the owl never despawns. He will be at every overworld entrance there is, and he will talk to you every single time. Since I'm right there, I decided to grab some necessities at Castletown as well. Oh, you thought I was joking about the owl? It's around here where I start to feel the real weight of what this challenge is gonna be. And I'm a little nervous, I'm gonna be honest. But I think the best thing to do is be as accessible as we can. So I'm gonna grab the golden scale from the fishing mini game at Lake Hylia. I decided to stop at Gerudo Valley first because we're not gonna be here too much in this playthrough, but I am not missing out on that music. So here at the fishing minigame, we're gonna do a neat little glitch. So we're gonna catch a fish, walk to the other side where the fisherman despawns, Z-target, and back up till we reach the front desk. When we talk to him, he's gonna give us the adult item, gold scales acquired. The easiest temple to do first is probably inside Jabu Jabu. Simple enough, I just gotta take out my... Fuck! Anyway, we grab the boomerang, take out Baronade, and the spiritual stone of water is now ours. Before heading to the next dungeon, I grab Zelda's letter and learn Saria's song in the Lost Woods. Just to be reminded that this f***ing owl is in the woods now. Then we convince this guard to let a 5-year-old walk into the heart of an active volcano. It wasn't long till I'm inside Dodongo's cavern, and there's a neat little glitch we can do here. We're gonna do a simple technique called jump storage. If we forward roll into a bomb just as it explodes and mash the A button, we'll actually store a jump, so when I push Z and down, Link will do a little hop, allowing us to climb this ledge and push this button. Huh. It's kind of funny once you realize the whole right side of this dungeon is just to get to this button. Anyway. 2 spiritual stones down, and now the challenge really begins. Before heading to the forest temple, I grab some boom chews and decide that it's probably a good idea to go get the lens of truth. To do this, we're gonna do the most hilarious glitch ever, the cuckoo dive. So we're gonna ISG off this sign, pick up a cuckoo, and put it through death of 1,000 cuts. And then we just shield drop and backflip into the well. There you go. Now I'm only at the well for one thing, so this is gonna be a very short trip. After I grab one key, I crawl into this little hole and do a forward roll and open the door before the camera fixes itself, this deloads the entire room we're in, and the water physics don't work anymore. With the lens of truth acquired, I'm really starting to feel hopeful about this run. But that was when I was younger.
Younger and so much dumber.
Before we head to the forest temple, we need to get an item that's gonna make our lives so much easier. But it's gonna cost us everything to get it. It's time to get the hookshot. Now, I've seen several ways young Link can get the hookshot, but I think only one way works on Ship of Harkinian. Now, I'd like to tell you this glitch is easy to do, but I'd be lying. It involves out-of-bounds strats, it involves ISG, it involves hovering, it involves perfect hops. You can't even do this glitch on the Nintendo 64 because using boom shoes will cause the game to crash if you do it out of bounds. Luckily, there's a restoration setting on Ship that will allow us to pull this off. So you know what? You go ahead and flame me in the comments. I don't care. I'm doing it. First, we're gonna ISG off the sign and then head over to this grave. Then we're gonna boom chew hover to the top of the wall. We're gonna head over to the other side and get about an inch away from the corner. Shield drop a bomb, turn around, use the slingshot to position yourself, side hop to the right and shield just as the bomb explodes, and you should be floating in the air. Now we're gonna do some boom chew hovers here, but it's important to let Link fall a little bit between each hover. Once we're lined up with the load zone, all we gotta do is side hop and we are in. I think I spent 3.5 hours learning how to do this. Then we just gotta do a little race with Dampy and the hookshot is ours. Now we just jump storage to get out and grab a heart piece as a nice little pat on the back. Before y'all start, I know you can't use the hookshot as young Link in the base game. Lucky for me, Ship of Harkinian has patched that. Take a deep breath, keyboard warriors, we're gonna be okay. If you want to see a more purist version of this playthrough, check out Mandatory Pixel. He's the one that did it first and is a large inspiration to why I did this in the first place. In fact, if it wasn't for his video, I wouldn't be able to do this. So after doing this really cool glitch called the item swap, we can hold adult Link items as young Link, and then we just make our way into the forest temple. Now you know how you can play the Song of Time to move these giant blue blocks? Luckily for us, they are all already moved in the young Link timeline. Look at it this way. Ocarina of Time has two separate universes, the universe with young Link and the universe with adult Link. For example, Zora's Domain is frozen as adult Link. Castletown is destroyed as adult Link. The way they made this possible is there's two separate versions to each area in the game. Now, playing the Song of Time makes the time blocks move in between each version. So that blue time block in the Forest Temple is now in the adult Link version. And when you play the Song of Time as adult Link, you're actually sending that block to the young Link version of the universe. The cause and effect of this game mechanic means all of the shortcuts that use time blocks are now available to us as young Link without having to play the Song of Time. So I've decided to skip the bow and head straight to Phantom Ganon. Head to the vines with the 3 Skulltulas on them, take out the bottom one and the top one. Make sure to set your vine climbing speed back to the base game if you've changed it. From this corner, do 2 forward slashes, a backflip, and turn right. Once we reach this little upside down Y, we're gonna have Link climb up 5 times, climb up another 6 times, climb to the right 6 times, Z-target and immediately untarget. Then we let go of the vine and re-grab it just as the Skulltula damages us. If done right, we'll clip right through the wall and fall right into the Phantom Ganon load zone. Doing this boss fight as young Link is actually crazy. After you hit him with the slingshot 3 times, you can just use the boomerang to stun him. We don't even need to play Deadly Tennis. I'm serious, it's great. After beating Ganon, I was surprised to see that young Link actually goes to the Chamber of Sages. Honestly, the 6-year-old Nick the Old Soul would be losing his mind right now. Adult me, though, is losing his mind because we got the Forest Medallion as young Link. After we spawn back to the Deku Tree, we are in the adult Link universe, but the map didn't load, so we're just in this gray abyss. Luckily, the Deku Tree's right behind us, so we just run into his load zone and reset the world. Kind of funny that happens though. Before we hit the Fire Temple, we gotta do a few things. First, we head to the Great Fairies for completely professional reasons. Since we can't use the Goron tunic, we need to find more heart pieces. See, the more hearts we have, the longer we can be in Death Mountain before the heat kills us. See, you can either use a Mega Flip or hover to get to the Fire Temple, and this time we're gonna hover. Because we're playing on ship, I have a fireproof Deku Shield, but either way, I recommend having at least 3 fairies before you come in here. If you aren't using a fireproof shield, I strongly recommend having the Hylian shield so you can switch back and forth and not lose your Deku shield. So we do the first part of the temple normally and get the first key. We go into the next room and our first obstacle is here. We can't reach this ledge as young Link. So what we're gonna do is a little glitch called jump storage. If we properly hit jump storage, we'll be able to climb this ledge, blow up the wall, and reach our next long boy. You want to be quick in this next room because the timer doesn't reset. Push that block down and get out of here. I also just found out you can't hurt these guys with anything other than a jump slash from a stick. So first I try to jump storage up here and it doesn't work. And then I slowly start to realize the only way I'm gonna make it over there is with hovering. Well, I better ISG with a bomb. Yeah, I had to do this about 3 times, so if you see the number of bombs change in between scenes, just know this is what happened. Anyway, we ISG off of a bomb, hover over here, throw a bomb at the diamond, and we are out of here. So this room was more of a problem than I thought it was going to be. The fire starts a cutscene every time it starts. That's going to be important later. Also, we can't reach this door as young Link. I've tried jump storage, I've tried doing a roll hop, I've tried just about anything I can think of to reach the top of this ledge. Okay, so here's what I came up with. Run to the middle of the room, ISG off of a bomb before the fire reaches you, and then hover to the door. Easy enough. We can ISG right here and then just hover to the other side and... What just happened? Yup, the fire animation cancels your ISG. Great. Okay. So what I figured out is you can run to the middle of the room, get hit by the fire, and it will reset the cycle of the fire. Then we ISG off of a bomb and hover to the door. So we make short work of the fire dancer, get the Megaton hammer, and then go to get our last key. Now I've seen a lot of videos talking about how to get this key as young Link, and there's one out there that was like so overly complicated, side hopping off of the very top where you get the hammer, doing a precise jump and landing right on the block and clipping through. I found out all you have to do is hover over and hit the block with the hammer. Done. Well, we save the last long boy, get the boss key, and take on Volvagia. It's not that hard of a boss fight, but I recommend having some fairies because that timer window is tight. And with that, young Link has acquired the Fire Medallion. Well, I decided to wear blue for good luck because this next glitch is crazy. We can make Link clip into the corner of the dive house, backflip inside, and there's literally a hole in the floor. We can jump into this hole and now we are swimming under the map. There's areas down here where you can swim and then other areas that'll make Link fall. The goal is to make Link get as low as possible without setting off the death barrier. Once we're low enough, we swim straight to the water temple entrance and we'll be able to hit the load zone out of bounds. So we could go get the long shot, but honestly, we don't really need to. We just ISG with a bomb and hover straight to the boss door. Now with ISG, we want to shield drop a bomb on each side of the door and then backflip just as they explode. This is called a bomb hover. Once we're hovering, we're gonna shield drop one more bomb, and right as it explodes, we're gonna take our sword out. This will make us click through the door. No boss key needed. Morpha takes a lot of hits to bring down, but it's pretty straightforward, and next thing you know, young Link acquires the water medallion. Well, I head to Gerudo Valley, ISG off of the sign, hover over the canyon, and make my way into the fortress. I climb the guard tower, side hop out of bounds, side hop back inbounds past the gate. It was in this moment I realized young Link can't use the mirror shield. So from this gravestone, I boom chew hover all the way to the Shadow Temple entrance. From here, I ISG off the sign and then hover to the ramp. You can also do a mega flip. I just prefer hovering when I'm playing ship. Did you know Link's too short to get hit by the scythes? Oh, look at him, it's hilarious. I figured this out by accident. If you beat the spike to the falling spike trap, it'll hit you on top of it and you don't need the block. Well, we've reached our only obstacle in the Shadow Temple, but luckily all we gotta do is ISG off of a bomb and hover to the door. Easy. Then we just do a little bottle manipulation and play the ocarina to get the boat moving. After grabbing the boss key, we're gonna ISG off of a bomb and then hover to the other side of the cliff. There's a jump in this room that Link can't make, so once again, ISG and hover to the boss door. Now it's time to take on Bongo Bongo. Lucky for us, the slingshot stuns him the same way the bow does, so he goes down pretty easily, and next thing you know, the Shadow Medallion is in our hands as young Link. Now the only thing left to do is kill Goma and wrong warp to Ganon's castle. Here's the problem though. I tried everything. I did the method where you pause in Link's house. I've done the method where you do a new save and the last checkpoint you see is the interior of the Deku Tree. I tried everything, but no matter what happened, I just kept getting the black screen glitch. Basically, it means you did the wrong warp successfully, but because of some weird mathematical value, you just get hit with this black screen again and again and again. And I've tried every method. Every video I've looked up says you go to Link's house, hit the pause button, and come back and the wrong warp will work. So I've done that and it's still not working. So the only conclusion I can come to is that Ship of Harkinian does not allow you to wrong warp. There's another glitch that is item duping, where you can like make other items appear through some type of code manipulation. That doesn't work either. So I'm convinced at this point you cannot wrong warp in Ship of Harkinian. If you can, please let me know. Hey, we made it this far, we might as well see it through to the end. So, I become adult Link, I beat Ganon, and then I use a cheat in Ship of Harkinian to change Link back to young Link, so we can beat the game as young Link the same way we would have if we wrong warped. I don't know what to say, man. I tried so hard, but it just wouldn't happen. I kept getting the black screen again and again, and like I said, if somebody can show me a method that works on Ship of Harkinian, I will redo the run. I'm there. Just say when or where, I will be there. So, can we beat Ocarina of Time as young Link? For the most part, the answer is yes. And if we were playing on original hardware, we'd be able to do it all the way because wrong warping works. I learned a lot about this game doing this challenge. There's a lot of glitches that have become easier for me, such as like jump storage, ISG off of bombs. I'm even getting the hang of mega flips now, and I'm really excited to see what I'm able to do in a few more months of doing challenges like this. I love this game. I've always loved this game, and it's awesome to see that we're building a community of people who also love this game. And if you had a good time, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, maybe click that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.